Today I want to concentrate on a famous rabbi who was a rabbi of Hebron, one of the holy four cities of Israel. His name was Rabbi Mordechai Rubio. Zechet Tzadik Libracha. I believe he passed away around 1783 year. So I'm not sure the exact date of his hilula. I couldn't really necessarily find it out, but he was a head rabbi in Hebron in his time. So I thought it's important we cover him here inside this series as we're exploring the various different rabbis, especially from Eretz Israel and from all those different vicinities of yesteryear. So very interesting. So I'm not too sure exactly the date he was born. Also, that is something we have to point out also, but he was a great rabbi. He was born, I believe, in Jerusalem. He was born in, and that's where he would, let's just say, start his career in of itself. He would, the family, I think, would eventually go to Hebron, and he would become the head of the, not just head rabbi of Hebron, respectively, he would become the Abbedin over the head of Jewish court over there. He would very much do many different workings. He would go as a Shluchei Rabbanan and would travel to various other countries. Especially he would go to Turkey to visit, representing the city and the yeshivot over there and raising funds, respectively, in that specific time. Remember, in those days, it was Shluchei Rabbanan had an integral role in order to strengthen the communities they would go to across North Africa or various parts of Europe. But at the same time, it was important they would travel there so that important funds that were needed for Eretz Israel would actually be given. And I think a biography was published, I think, after he passed away. It was reported over. I think it was very interesting and chronicled his time period of what actually went on, especially in his life. I think there was a Rabbi Shimon Hammer, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that is very interesting. There was the book was of Shemen Hamar. It was Shelot Shuvot Question Answers book, which actually was a Roshei Tevot, this book over here, of Shelot min Rabbi Mordechai Rubio. This would come out after he passed away. And with this book, which encompasses all various different question and answers, was actually given a haskama from the famous Rabbi Yom Tov Al-Ghazi, who was the chief rabbi of, let's say, Eretz Yisrael at that point in time. He was also Shluchei Rabbanan and the Rosh Yeshiva of the famous Yeshivat Bet El, the Kabbalistic Yeshiva in Jerusalem. So he would actually give a haskama for this Torah colossal work of Rabbi Mordechai Rubio, very important work in of itself. Now his son Rabbi Abraham would also become one of the great rabbis of Hebron during history in itself. He would publish his father's books, and it's reported over he would marry the daughter, I believe, of the famous Baal Shem Tov, if I'm not mistaken. He would get married. I think was somehow connected. Sorry, not the daughter of the Baal Shem Tov, but I think daughter of Rabbi Gershon Mikitov, very great rabbi, another rabbi who's spoken before on various occasions. Before he was also one of the great Kabbalists in Israel in his time period, and he was a brother-in-law of the Baal Shem Tov. So there was a family connection with the Baal Shem Tov. So he married the daughter of Rabbi Avram Gershon Kitov, the brother-in-law of the Baal Shem Tov, respectively. Okay, just to, I think there was various different halachic questions he would answer, which was grappling many people at that point in time, especially within regards to the laws of Shemitah. I think in the Shemen Hamor, he would answer a question on a question, I think that was from one of the residents of Hebron. I'll just say it in Hebrew over here. This was actually given to him, I think, at the time period of Shemitah, the sabbatical year. Ish Yisrael asher kana lo kerem bechavero tnuva v'tochnan, I believe, v'i lezot Shaul sha'al ha'ish ma mishpat v'tkon yivcha lo להתנהג בו בשנת השמיטה, כדי שלא תהא מכשילו עבודת הגוי, אשר הוא חורש ומזמר בארץ, אשר לא בשנה ההיא, שנת השמיטה. This was a question that was grappling, which is actually standard out over here. I'm just reading this from Wikipedia article with regards to him. I think Rabbi Rubio will answer the question, speaking about what can he do on the eve of the sabbatical year with regards to selling the vineyard to the Gentile or not. And it will be an interesting, famous, I think, teshuva and question. I think noticeably why this question was actually featured in the article, because his answers reported over was the first in halachic literature to explicitly at that point in time permit the sale to a Gentile before Shemitah. However, he did not permit any other prohibitions related to Shemitah, I think, on land sold to a Gentile. But I would recommend everyone to look into this specifically and not just rely on what I'm saying over here. He would more can be stated within regards to him. I think he would have connections with various other organizations at that point in time. He was a researcher also within regards to finding these leniencies. I think especially he was researching very much within regards to the beginning of Jewish settlement in the land of Israel, which was obviously at that point in time, many people at the time when they were coming to Eretz Israel, especially in the late 19th century, where there was waves of people coming in and making aliyah and trying to build the land, they would use his responsa, respectively. I think there was a book of the Chovevei Tzion, if I'm not mistaken. This was, I'll say it over here, Chipush Rabbanei Chovevei Tzion, et Sefer Shut Shemen Hamor, Bo Porusam, הספר שהיה נדיר במזרח אירופה, הובא לפניהם ברלין לאחר מלאכת איתור. So it's talking about the organization of Chovevei Tzion. It was a famous organization, Zionist organization at that point in time. There was doing a lot of activities, especially from Europe. They would use his writings and his works. Let's explore his books, especially we spoke about the Shut, Shemen Hamor. This was from Livorno. I believe this was printed I think in the Tafkuf Nun Gimel. I think it was from the Hibrobokos, let's say place. That's the place that will print it. There was another one, Har Hamar, Chidushim on the Rambam and Drushim. This was printed in Saloniki in Greece, I believe in the Tafkuf Tzadik Hey. So it had connections with various rabbis at that specific point in time, and that we have to point out also. So it's interesting. His son was Rabbi Abraham. His teacher actually was a famous Rishon LeZion, Rabbi Yitzchak Rapoport Kohen, the author of the Batei Kahuna. Now, we've spoken about him on various occasions before. He was a great rabbi. He was a Rishon LeZion. I think he was possibly the only Ashkenazic chief rabbi, if I'm not mistaken, in the land of Israel. Rabbi Yitzchak Rapoport was. And he was the author of great Torah books and was seen as, he would also record and publish his books within regards to sermons, within regards to his studies of the Talmud also respectively. He was very, very much a great rabbi in his time. Also, say within regards to Rabbi Rapoport had many great students, including Rabbi Mordechai. He had also a student called Rabbi Yaakov Shaul, who we've spoken about and did a video about on various occasions before. So, and he also had various other students, including Rabbi Masud Chai Rekach, Rabbi Yisrael Yaakov Al-Ghazi, Rabbi Chaim Abu Lafia, and most certainly the rabbi was speaking about, Rabbi Mordechai Rubio. So it was a very, very all-star, let's just say, calendar of people he had in of itself. Now, we're not sure the exact date of when his Hilula is, but I can also say to you, just looking at my Tzaddik website also, I think after he obviously was born in Jerusalem, he would actually move, and he would be the head of the Yeshivat Chesed LaAvram ve'Emet LiYaakov. This is a famous yeshiva, I believe, in Hebron, and I think it was actually in the Hebrew Hate of Kuf Bet. That's the year that he would actually go to Turkey and to, I think, other countries also, as his Shluchei D'Rabbanan rabbinic emissary role over there at that point in time. So I recommend everyone to learn more within regards about him. He was a famous rabbi of his time, and he very much had very important works which are very, very much used here in modern days, especially the Shut, Shemen, Hamar. I believe this actually was printed, if I'm not mistaken, after he passed away in the year 1793. It will contain as many as 349 pages. It would, this Torah colossal work. It's seen as a very, very important work, and was used many a year afterwards, which you also have to point out. So that's very interesting. Now, friends, we're a community here. We are learning about the famous rabbis of yesteryear. If you descend from any of the rabbis we are speaking about, please write a comment on the video and let me know. I would love to hear more information about the great Chacham. If you descend from any great rabbis and you want me to record a biography video on the rabbi, if you check our playlist, then we haven't actually included the great Chacham, or if someone you feel is justified to be in the series, please send me an email. Once again, I would love to hear more information, and I would always trying to research on the great Chachamim of yesteryear. I think it's very important that we all research on that. Now, just to add a note also, please everyone subscribe to the channel. We are nearing a staggering 7,000 subscribers, which is absolutely phenomenal. Let's try and get to Tisha B'Av, which is only about just a week away. With that specific number, let's try and grow the channel expediently at this point in time. Now, this is a channel where we're not just recording about the great famous rabbis of yesteryear. We are doing tours all over Israel. We tour all over different biblical places all over the country, especially in Yerushalayim. We go to many places which many people don't actually go to and make fun, interesting tours. We also have a Jewish personality or a rabbinic personality every single day at the moment that is giving some chizuk to Am Yisrael, something that will really inspire Am Yisrael and give like an energy for people today. We also do Daf Yomi Tidbits, a daily page on the Talmud. We try and make it as exciting as possible. We speak about current Jewish events, and we also will record videos within regards to Parshat Shavua, which I recommend everyone to read or watch every single week. And also on Rosh Chodesh, we just did a video on Rosh Chodesh. And we've already nearly done 1,200 biography videos of great Chachamim of yesteryear, all predominantly in English. These videos are, not many people are actually recording at this point in time. So that is on this specific topic. We try and do it at the time period of the Hilula also. Like, we're not too sure on the exact date of Rabbi Rubio's Hilula over here. So we are doing it, let's say, maybe not at this specific date in of itself. Our friends, thank you very much for watching, and be well, and wishing you Shavuot Tov and Barach. We're coming into the book of Devarim this week, Sefer Devarim, also popularly known as Mishnah Torah. So meaningful, and good day to everyone, and thanks for watching. Thank you.